dear Divine Soul Sadhviji, my beautiful divine, very dedicated and divine soul, Bruce Lipton, my sisters and brothers. Sadhviji started with happiness. In the ancient culture, in Upanishad, there is a beautiful mantra. Rishis, the seers, the sages, they are scientists. They understood not only how the outer world works, but how the inner world works. They understood that all these problems are not because of what we see out. It's all here and all here. It's not that we have to keep fixing the problem outside in the world. We have to fix ourselves. If there is a plant and we keep watering the leaves and leave the roots, don't water the roots, what will happen? For a few days, for a few months maybe, leaves will look gorgeous, green, beautiful, but ultimately, if the roots are not watered, plant is going to dry and plant is going to die. Rishi is very concerned about this, understanding the human nature, looks for shortcuts, easy approach, just everything in hands, immediately, instant. They understood in thousands of years ago the psyche of today also. They gave instant solution, but permanent solution. And there's a beautiful mantra. They sum up. The whole life is a journey. In that mantra, they have sum up in a beautiful way. The whole life is a journey, and there are many paths, and all are free to choose any path. The freedom is there. But sometimes we don't understand which path is good for us, conducive to us, and which path is not. And they sum up in such a beautiful way in these two lines. Shreyascha, Preyascha, Manushyameta. It is in Sanskrit. Shreyascha, Preyascha, Manushyameta. Tau samparitya vivinakti dhira. There are a lot of meditation, analysis, inner analysis, spiritual analysis of every situation. And they give these two paths. As one is the path of prayer, another is the path of Shreya. Shreyascha, Preyascha, Manushyameta. Tau samparitya vivinakti dhira. There are two paths. One, the prayer, which literally means the path of enjoyment, the path of pleasure. A seeker who follows the path atmosphere which leads you to temporary enjoyments, fleeting enjoyments. And enjoyments you need over and over and over, never ending. There is a path. On the surface, everything looks great, but underneath, when you go, life becomes miserable. On the surface, everything is great, looks great. When we see world, it's beautiful, progressing every day. Science brings new and new technologies every day. But underneath, the currents are such, which not people are aware sometimes, but so much is going on. And the rishis were very aware of that situation. Not only the 21st century, but the 51st century, they were concerned that people, if they start following only one path of materialism, path of happiness, happiness is great, nothing wrong in it. But what kind of happiness? We want to achieve happiness, we want to be fulfilled, we want to fulfill ourselves with that happiness. But to fill ourselves, what we do? We fill through our favorite foods, favorite movies, favorite vacations, favorite beaches, as Sadhuji was telling. So many things we try every time. But what happens? End of the day, we come from the beaches, holiday is over, and our happiness is over. Our movie is over, even no matter how favorite movie is there, our movie is over, and we find some other means of happiness, because we can't stay without being happy. But we don't understand that this is the way, keep finding happiness, keep jumping from like monkeys from one tree to other tree, find that something. Monkeys do that, but we are not monkeys. Our mind is amazing, it's more than even monkey. Jumps, monkey just jump, have one jump from one tree to other, but we can jump even splash a second from here to India, from here to Russia, from here anywhere. No visa, no ticket, and mind takes us everywhere. That powerful. If mind is that powerful, can reach anywhere, can take us anywhere without ticket, without visa, no hassle of airports of today, no 1 hour, 2 hours before you have to reach at the airport, nothing. You reach, it can happen. You enjoy, it can happen. But there is an end. The rishis were concerned, number one, you keep enjoying these things in many ways, through many senses. First, they are temporary. They are not going to be there. Number two, there is no end. There is no end. And number three, if they are temporary, you have to keep having them again and again. Look at the people. Sometimes I meet them. People took me some time. One of the festivals, I will not take the name. 36,000 people were there. Name was also very amazing, attractive name. But when I went there, people were feeling very high. I asked Sadhuji, what is here? Everybody is high, everybody is happy. Then when I came to know how they became high, we go to festivals to feel high, but to feel high, to be high, we need something to be high. And after that being high, there's a hangover. You can't stay. But I have seen people in the mountains, they have never taken drugs. They have never taken ecstasy. But they were in ecstasy. And there was no hangover. Always, whoever you ask, how are you? Super. Here you ask, how are you? Not bad. Very few say super. How are you? Not bad. Not bad. What is that? There is a way. The first, whatever we go through in our world is temporary. It's not permanent. Yes, it is there. We love it. And nothing wrong loving them. Nothing wrong enjoying them. Our scriptures does not mention anywhere, don't enjoy the world. That's why world is being created, to enjoy. But to understand at the same time, when I'm enjoying the world, I should enjoy the world in such a way that the world should not start enjoying me. I can consume the things, but time comes, things start consuming me. I take drug, the time comes, drugs start consuming me. We become so much addicted and we are finished. Is there any permanent solution that you don't take the drugs and you feel high? Is there any permanent solution? Even sometime you can't go for your vacation and you can stay wonderful, yet your mood is not off because you could not go for your vacation. You are not shattered because you could not go on holidays. Is it their way? Yes, there is a way. The rishis found out there is a pray and share. A pray, in spite of everything, no matter what you do, one hole is full, then you need another vacation to fill another hole, and you keep fulfilling the holes. Keep filling the holes, and holes are so many. Tents are filled, 20 are more there. How many lives will take to keep filling these holes? But scripture says, yes, there is a way where you don't need to fill your holes. You can feel whole. You can feel full. You can feel complete. And in that completeness, in that fullness, in that wholeness, you don't need anything from outside. Never take me wrong, I'm not negating the world. World is there, enjoy the world. But at the same time, understand this is all temporary. Which is not going to give me permanent peace. That's why we see the people who have collected so much. They are, Sadhviji was telling, 10 of those people she went through the interview. They said, I will be happy if. I will be happy if. Then you keep filling the gaps. So it means there is something more to it which is not known to us. Or if known to us, why we are not there? What is that? How we can follow that path rather than pray path, or there is something different also? Yes, there is a way where you feel full. There is a path of Shreya. The prayer takes you to those paths where you feel happy, but that happiness is not temporary, not permanent, and is fleeting. Coming and going, coming and going. Needs more and more, more and more. And but there is a way. The path of Shreya. The path of Shreya literally means in which you not only enjoy the world for yourself, but you can be beneficial to the world, by which you not bring happiness for yourself only, but you can become beneficial to the world. where the foundation is for greater good, not only for few, not for one, but for all. In path of the prayer, what is for me in it? Everywhere in the world, what is for me? I am only interested if something is there in this pie for me. But in path of Shreya, it's not what is for me. In the path of Shreya, what is through me? What I can give to the world. How I can become an instrument in the hands of the divine, and how my life can blossom in such a way, as a tool, as an instrument, where I don't think for myself. I think for all. Not for me, but through me, what can happen in this world. When you live a life of that way, their life becomes full. Their life becomes whole. And then the path of prayer always fills the shelves. And path of Shreya fills the self. There's an amazing shift from shelves to self. If you are only filling your shelves, believe me, shelves will be full, but you will be empty. One day you realize these shelves also have not made me full. Shelves are full, but self is empty. But on the path of Shreya, when you follow that path, even the shelves are empty, but you feel full. I remember one day, it's maybe 45 years ago, I'm sharing you one beautiful story. In Rishikesh, we have a beautiful bridge, Lakshman Jhula, called Lakshman Jhula. I used to go for a walk. A beautiful man, but handicapped, no legs, no hands, sitting there every day. I watched him, very content, very pleasing, very happy, never grumbling, never complaining, never asking for things. People gave something, because he had nothing, he had lost in one. There was a fire, everybody was burned, everything was lost. This man also, again, he was saved, burned but saved. He had accident. Then he lost his legs and feet, legs and hands also. And after having this much pain, this suffering, every day I looked at him, he's sitting there but smiling. And in India they say, always when they start, Namaste, I bow to you. Namaste, Namaste, Namaste. Never grumbling. One day I asked him, do you need anything? He said, no, I don't need anything. I am okay. I said, okay, how you take everything? How you take care of yourself? He said, look, I have eyes. I have a brain. God has given me a beautiful, beautiful soul. I can see well. But I said, but I was just testing him, what he says. Is there any moment that he will complain? I said, but you don't have. I feel so sorry for you. If you can tell me anything, I can help you. You don't have legs, you don't have head. It should be much very difficult for you. He said, nothing is difficult. There is a message for me in this life also. I always feel there must be a reason why God kept me like this. And I know that He never do injustice. At least He has given me eyes. He has given me this full brain. I am functioning. Who cares if I don't have legs? And imagine in that situation, a man have lost everything. I said, wow. Even he was not to do yoga every day. But he was living yoga. Because yoga is not what you do. Yoga is what you are. That life, which is connected, which is grounded, is needed today to teach our brains, to teach our children attitude of gratitude. Even we have less, but no complaint, no grumbling. When life is rooted, when we are grounded, when we are anchored with our true self. And Patashriya means the path which leads you to true self. A path which does not need any exterior things, exterior materials to make you happy. Path of prayer takes you to the outer world, but path of Shreya takes you to the inner world, where you find that connectivity. And with that, because I shared, there are so many people are new here today, I shared last time also, because I have lived in those places in the jungle, where there were all reason to grumble, all reason to grumble, all reason to be stressed. Nothing was there, no hospitals, no shopping center, no shop around. You are alone in the jungle with your insurance company. Nothing else is around. And imagine, and no hospitals. But they all were healthy. They all were happy. They all were not only happy, they were in permanent happiness. How they were so much content. And in Hindi, in Sanskrit, there is a beautiful word, santushka. Santushka means content, inner content. There is no word in English parallel to that. Content also is not translation to that santushka. Amazing word. There is a tushta and santushta. Tushta means happiness. Anything can make me happy, but that happiness can be taken away also. But santushta, no matter what happens, no matter what happens, a permanent happiness. That happiness cannot be shaken. That happiness cannot be taken away. Storms comes, but the boat is not rocked. Shaken but not rocked. Not drowned. Is there. That can happen. I have seen that. As 90%, our scientist there, Bruce Lipton, he must know, and he knows, and he must be teaching to the world. 90% science says, but rishis say all those problems and stress is all because of, all the diseases, all because of stress. And all that stress is because we are not functioning through our soul, through our self. We are functioning through our senses, through our mind, and that mind, amazingly, which can be trained, which can be changed. In Sanskrit, there is a beautiful word, it says, Jitam Jagat Kena Manohiyena. There, those people sitting there, they were not worried about any stress. They have never done any stress management course there in the jungle. Even being there were so many reasons. Nothing was available even to what to eat tomorrow. Whatever the food comes from the tree is there, you eat it. There were rishis who did so much science research there. You know what they used to eat? Even fruit from the tree they were not taking. What they used to do, when the farmer cuts his crops and crops is taken, and after that whatever is available for the birds, just those small grains, pieces, they will go collect those pieces, bring back to their small hut and eat. And the Rishi's name became also Kanad, great scientist in India. Kanad, never taken anything from the community, but no grumbling, no complaining. Oh God, I am doing so amazing work for the humanity, dying here for the humanity. You have not created anything for me? Never. What is that? It means living in such a way, first curtailing our needs, training our minds that how I can live with less. How I can live simply so that others may simply live. It's not life about me only. If life is about me only, then this world is not going to be heaven anymore. We have to come on a platform where we can think of others also, where we can share with others also. It's not why I care. We have to care because we are all one. There's a beautiful concept in Indian culture. The whole world is one family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. When you go beyond the boundaries and barriers of shallowness, that I am big and they are small. I am superior, they are inferior. I am this and I am more and they are less. Then we create more troubles. When we go beyond all of this, and that only can happen when you are anchored, when your heart is in the right place. And that is the path of Shreya. When you lived with your heart, not only with your brain. Even the brain can be changed today. Brain can be trained today. But when you are living with heart, not only for you, but for the world, amazingly, things change. In you, in your family, around you, and in the world also. The path of Shreya trains us that life is not about only my will. We should try to learn thy will. Our only problem is my will should be fulfilled. God, this time at least do something that my will is fulfilled. We are sitting in the church. Look at Jesus. Understood, even gone through so much pain, said at the end, thy will be done. Not my will be done. Thy will be done. When you are anchored, when you are grounded, when you are connected to your true self, then you don't have to look for the joy. You don't have to look for happiness. You don't have to look for peace. Believe me, peace will be looking for you. That saint in the jungle told me, I can tell you in one more thing. You don't have to look for liberation. Liberation will be looking for you. Liberation will be looking for you. That power, we have to understand that power is there, and power is not somewhere outside of you. Power is in you. God has given you that veto power. You draw the line. Line is drawn. No one can stop you. That much power you have been given. That veto power. You can say today, from now on, I have decided I am not going to grumble anymore. Okay? Done. Who can make you grumble? You will be happy. You decide I am not going to be leaky anymore. Why leakage in life? Why my life has to be leaky? Why not lovey? And you decide, and happens. It means I am going to work on myself. No more leakage. Done. Gone through the pain. Seen enough. Done enough. I decide today I am not going to become angry. Okay? No one can make you angry. You decide today, no more drugs. No more this, no more whatever you go on and on. To discipline yourself and to give discipline to your life. And things change. That much veto power is given to us. And that's what they had in the jungle. Even having nothing, but they had everything. Even nothing was set, they were set. As Sadi was telling today, I every time mention that our life, everything is set, but we are upset. Rather than life being in peace is in pieces. Why is that? No one is the cause for that. As she said, if you are in one room and you are alone, and if you are miserable, no one else is the cause. Because we are the cause. We think maybe somebody else. Because of someone, I am miserable. Believe me, not because of somebody else, we are miserable. We are miserable because of ourselves. We are the reason of that misery. There is a beautiful, again one mantra, Sukhasya dukkasya na kopi data, paro dadati kubuddhiresha, swakarma sutre gradito hi lokaha, vritha karomi iti abhimana. Means, Sukhasya dukkasya na kopi data. There is no one else who can give you the sukh, means the pleasure, the happiness. There is no one else which can give you the pain, means dukh. Sukhasya dukkasya na kopi data paro. Somebody else creates for me, somebody else gives me this, is not true. He said, then what is that? Who gives that? Who creates that? We can see that we are miserable, we are unhappy, we are not feeling fulfilled, we are not feeling whole. Why there are so many holes in my life then? Somebody must be reason for that, for my holes. That I am not whole, but I have holes in my life. Why? It is said, Swakarma Sutre. Swakarma Sutre Gratito hi loka. Is that is all based on your own karma. Is your karma. He said, how the karma happens then? Is all that karma happens because of your own thoughts. How you think, you become. And when you think, the way you think, you create the karma, you create the actions. And those actions become your destiny. Suppose I had a thought to slap somebody. Now, this is a thought to slap. We do it sometime in here, is good. In America, people are not allowed. It's good. It should not happen anyway, nowhere. We should not lose ourselves. We should not throw tantrums in such a way that we can raise our hand. But the moment the thought comes, between the thought and the action, there is a space. There is a space. And if you stop, right there, there will be no slap. But if you slap, what will happen? That this thought is turned to leads to your action. And now this action is going to become your trait. Slowly become your habit. Goes your in subconscious mind. That habit will lead you again and again. And you become more and more expressive. And what will happen? That will become your character. You will not even think, instinctively, you just slap. So that character one day becomes your destiny. It's not that somebody else made it. I started somewhere with that thought. And that thought led me to action, to trait, to habit, to character, and to my destiny. And I become so violent, one day end up in the jail also. It happens. People who are violent, they start like this journey. So, it's not there is not a hope. Yes, there is a hope. Right now, immediately, there's a huge change. Your thought and actions are changed. Thoughts are changed, destiny is changed. You change immediately. So my dear, today, we all are here, together. The world is in front of us. Whatever is happening in the world is all because of contamination of our thoughts. Pollution is not right out there, pollution is right here. Because our hearts are polluted, our actions are polluted. Our arts are contaminated and our action is being seen in that way. It's a projection of our inner self. All of us who are sitting here, not to worry about the whole world start doing it. We start that I am not going to live anymore in pieces. I will start now. The time is now that I'll start live in peace. I'll look for the permanent happiness. And the answer is is there, it is easy, it can be done. What to do? Go back to the roots. Connect yourself to the GPS. Really, connect yourself to the GPS. Go back to the roots, as I said, not only take care of the leaves, go back to the roots. Not only of the plant, of your life also. And second, connect yourself to the GPS. Third, there should be more introspection in life. Self-study. Observe silence for a few minutes every day to watch yourself. Where do you stand? Ultimately, life is yours and life is precious. And wherever you will go, you will take yourself there. So if you are the one who is so magic, so miracle, why not to take a moment, close your eyes and take this step here, and when you go out, when you are there with your family members, with your friends and in your world. Thank you for coming. Last but not the least, you are living in such a beautiful place anyway. SanDiego is one of the most beautiful cities on this earth. God bless you. But if you find time, we have a home in the Himalayas. Second home. When you come, one email, one ticket, home will be ready.